Wolverine from Deadpool and Wolverine. Quality. This is my very first Wolverine. Which is mad, really, when you think about it. But here we are. This is from the third Deadpool film. And there's the bottom. That's a cool pose. There is the side. And there's the top. That way. Like the Deadpool Wolverine like symbol logo thing. And there is the back. I got these for a steal on Facebook Marketplace. I think they're like less than no, I think 60 quid each, including postage. This and Deadpool. So, and this is this film was one of the very few bright sparks in recent, well, post Endgame MCU, and it felt appropriate to have one, and especially with Hugh Jackman being a juggernaut of character commitment. My God, what an absolute unit of a man, doing this all this time. Right, instructions are in there. It's actually a bit thicker than I thought it'd be. Not mad at it. Not mad at it. First impressions, happy. Blades, they're all sharp. Pointy. Stab, stab, stab. Stab is mask as well. Nothing really of note in there. That can go away. We'll bring this down. Ooh, very sharp. The warnings were justified. My initial impression is I very much like this. Just the outfit, the look, the yellow, the blue. Very much a big fan. Don't know why the fuck that's on there. That feels criminal to have that actually on the body. But there you go. Yeah, I like the I don't know, like the texture, I guess, on the suit. I really like that. Side bits look wicked. It looks very cool on camera, I have to say. It does look very cool on camera. Now, I will say, hold on, let me do the quick sniff. Oh, it's got that Figuarts, that normally that Dragon Ball Z, that Dragon Ball Figuarts smell. This has that. Oh, I don't often go for a second hit, but damn, that's the stuff. Right, this isn't how, proportions-wise, I feel like I picture Wolverine in my mind's eye. However, this feels like Hugh Jackman Wolverine from that film. This is what this feels like. It doesn't, I think for it to be like the typical or the comic Wolverine, obviously the proportions are wrong, and there are a few. I think the Mayflex one's quite good from what I can tell. Was it amazing Yamaguchi? There's an amazing Yamaguchi Wolverine that looks fucking wicked. Super, like, obscenely posed. Like the sculpt is really broken up on one of them, but it's so poseable. I think that's closer to your typical Wolverine proportions and stuff. But this, while not that, feels more like this is the one from the film. And I'm very happy with that. Yes. Oh, I've seen them. What I was looking for, I've got myself a couple more shelves, because I'm collecting more than I can display. Anyway, I'm trying to sort a spare room out as well, and have that as like a collection room. So I don't think there's anything else I really want to do with that spare room. But I need to gut it to repair a few bits and bobs. Oh, those mounted at the front. And sorry, I need to gut it to repair a few bits and bobs. So I've had a little bit of a Dragon Ball Z film collection there, like the superhero film, and like Cooler, Turles, what's he called? Like the bad Goku Black follows Goku Black, and then Beerus, all the films apart from Broly, of course, because that is peak Dragon Ball. Anyway, and I've brought all that collection down and bought a few new bookcases to organise all my shit. And oh shit, I forgot the point I was making. Oh, that's unfortunate, isn't it? Yes. Oh no, I remember. And I was organising the Marvel collection, and I wanted to get some shields for Captain America from Infinity War. And I knew there was some really, popular. That was weird. That joint was weird then. Strange. And there was quite a few third party that did the Wakanda shields for that cap. And I was searching for some, and I found Mafex. I'm not very familiar with that company. So I'm very much don't know. Maybe I'm blindly loyal to Figuarts at times, maybe. But I've seen some of these Captain Americas from Mafex. Fuck, they look good. They look really good. I will say, just sort of based on the looks or the pictures I've seen, the Final Battle end game cap looks better than Mafex cap. I'm really happy with the Civil War cap I've got, but the Infinity War cap from Figuarts I've never been super happy with. And I've seen this Mafex one, and fuck me, it looks really good. So I may be delving into a Mafex or two, because Mafex have got a Winter Soldier and a Winter Soldier and the Winter Soldier cap, and that is a massive hole in the collection. Like why Figuarts hasn't filled that hole is beyond me. I don't know if they're at this point waiting for some sort of anniversary, because we're probably not close to being past the 10 years. Well, we probably are, actually. Yeah, we probably are. That's quite sad, isn't it? But yeah, I imagine we're probably past the 10-year mark. So what would the next one be? 15, maybe? But yeah, like, that's one of the most well-received, well-renowned Figuarts films, MCU films, and there's no fucking Figuarts for them. It's ridiculous. So, well, I mean, they took God knows how long to get some Avengers Assemble figures out, didn't they? Then they did the whole 6, so who knows? We can always live in hype. But anyway, these main figure ones look really good because they look a bit buffer than the Figuarts ones. But anyway, massive side note. Let's get back to this guy, who I am very happy. His body is a little bit... his upper chest doesn't swell very much. Lower, I think, probably gets you about everything you'd want. Forward isn't amazing. Back's alright. These shoulder pads are like ball jointed, I think, at the front. But you can get that. Bicep swivel. I mean, you've seen it as I've been talking. I do want to get a blood effect for this and Deadpool, but the ones I've seen online, I think they're pre-order or something. So yeah, they aren't out. Yeah, only thing I hope from this is I can get So I always feel like Wolverine's like a low sort of attacking guy, you know, like crouched down. Well, because he's normally a smaller guy anyway. But that is Wolverine. I've pretty much gone through all his articulation, even though I haven't commentated on it while I've done it. You've seen it, and it is a video after all, so there you go. Love this suit, love this suit. It's going to stick out really nicely on the shelf. You get a second face. Let's go through his other expression. This is a lovely looking gritted teeth face, which is nice to not have to have the fucking shitty second face that's just looking to the side, which used to be a trope. Maybe it's this. That looks cool. Happy with that. I think that the paint applications I'm well happy with. The face, it looks... Can you swap the faces? No, that'll be pointless because they're the same. Mask-wise... Yeah, happy with that. That was pretty cool. Right, let's get out his all-important clothes. I'm not talking about Santa. We get some open, which is quite peculiar really for it to come with hands like this on it. They normally come with fisters, so you get one fist here that is decoed pretty well overall. Bit of a smudge there. Literally, as I said, pretty well. And there's a matching side. That looks wicked. Taking it back in there, you then get, I don't know, spider finger splayed hands, which look very cool also. Now the main event, you get fist claws. Looks awesome. And then you get like grabbing, reaching out to grab. Oh, fucking camera, dickhead. Claws, which also look very cool. Magic stuff. Right, I will be popping on his secondary face because this is the face I'll be using, because he will be posed with Deadpool and they will be having a fight to not the end or the death, just a fight of catharsis, I suppose, because there's not really an end. They don't have like eternal stamina, do they? So they would eventually get tired, because I assume they sleep. Yes, they do sleep, so they get tired at some point. So it'd just be a case of who would get tired first. Because the healing factor would just heal like physical damage. It's weird that the healing factor doesn't heal like mental problems. You know? That's probably an interesting conversation topic to have with us, to have with another person. Right, let's go. Should we go fist in this one? Let's go fist in this one. Okay, now I need to be careful. I don't want to fuck these claws up. We'll go open hand on this one. This is this one. Just a little bit of assistance there. There you go. Yeah, see, as soon as he goes down into some sort of squat, he looks better immediately to me. It is instant improvement, and that looks fucking look how good that looks. Like this pops like a motherfucker on the camera. Let me tell you, good God, it looks good in person, but I'd argue it looks a bit better on camera, which I suppose is the opposite way you'd want it to look better in person, but it still looks incredible in person. It just looks arguably better on camera with this lighting, perhaps, maybe, don't know. Stupid fucking Tampo, fucking made in China bollocks. See here, he's just sliced into Deadpool's gut, right in his sternum, and he's just lining him up to do one right between his fucking eyes. The prick. Look at that. I do like this. I do think it is missing a little bit of articulation, if I'm honest. I'd like more of a like a God, what can I think of the word? Like a crunch from this gut. I think a bit more out of his legs as well, maybe. One thing he's got a fucking arse whilst he can't bring his legs back much or at all, really. But I'm very happy with this. I think it's going to look fucking brilliant with Deadpool. This... Yeah, I like this. I'm a big fan of that pose I just did, but I just want to do the... Oh, okay. Yes, I don't... No, hold on, let me just see if I can get it first before I complain about something that I can actually do. Don't need to break. Yeah, I can't get low crouching poses as well as I'd like, if I'm going to be honest. So the only negative I'd have against this, really, I think this has probably got every effect I'd want. Maybe an unmasked head would be cool. Maybe a Hugh Jackman fucking 8-pack. Look, did you see that? That's how sharp this motherfucker is. Look at that. Yeah, it's maybe just more articulation, really. Unmasked face would have been cool, but I keep most of, I think all of mine with mask on. I think apart from Iron Man, the Snappy one, 85, he's unmasked. Well, that's cool. What look like a post slashed one would look like. Oh, I like that as well. I did think about having them both in the pose way, you know, like the old, is it an old anime trope, like a Japanese trope where they, you know, they stand face to face with one another, then they charge at each other, and then they both like leave with a pose as if they've just struck the other, but you don't know who's been hit. But have it where they've, like, you know, there's blood from his claws, there's blood on Deadpool's sword, and then there's like blood out the back of both of them because they both hit each other. Because, you know, ultimately it's the most redundant fight of fucking all time. And that's quite. See, this is lacking a little bit of posability, but what I can get out of it, I am very happy with. When even messing about, I felt like I found like 2 or 3 poses that I'd be very happy with him to be wearing on the shelf. See, I really like that. Yeah, I'm very happy. I must admit, I like this a lot more than I thought I would. I really did. I really do. Sorry. I didn't think I'd be crazy about it. Again, it's not the Wolverine in my mind's eye. He's shorter, stockier, but this is a very, very good Hugh Jackman from Deadpool Wolverine film, Wolverine. Right. I think... Oh, I'm so happy with this. So happy with this. I think I might leave them like that. Because I like that. Right. Wolverine, Hugh Jackman. Fucking love it. I love it. Very happy. Right. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.